Tonight, investigations underway in Indiana after this disturbing video posted on social media showing a group of white men attacking a black man, 36-year-old Vox Booker.
Let him go, dude.
The men hurling racist slurs and pinning Booker against a tree.
One of the gentlemen yells to his friend to get a noose. I thought these individuals were literally going to lynch me.
The ordeal unfolding July 4th at Lake Monroe near Bloomington, Indiana. Booker says he and his friend, who's white, were headed to the public beach when he says the men accused him of trespassing on private property. Booker says he tried to calmly talk to them but was assaulted.
I'm struggling to breathe. I can feel the weight of these gentlemen on top of me.
Booker says what saved him was that his friends and bystanders refused to leave. The county prosecutor saying she's waiting for investigators to turn the case in for review, but tonight we've learned the FBI is opening a hate crime investigation.
Let him go, dude.
I just see so many images pass through my mind of George Floyd, of the countless black people we've seen be killed in horrible ways. And I think to myself, am I going to be them?
The confrontation was caught on video, as you can see here. Our national correspondent, Jerika Duncan, is following the investigation. Jerika, good morning. We're told the FBI is now involved. What do we know?
Good morning, Tony. That's right. According to Booker's attorney, the FBI is investigating whether or not this was a hate crime, but the Bureau would not elaborate. So how did all of this start? Well, Booker says he was headed to the lake with a couple of friends to watch the lunar eclipse on July 4th when a confrontation turned violent.
Let him go. Let him go.
I was potentially hearing my own death narrated while it was happening.
36-year-old Vox Booker, a local civil rights activist from Bloomington, Indiana, says a group of white men pinned him against a tree, shouted racial slurs, and threatened to lynch him.
One of them said to the other one, get a noose. Not get a rope, but literally get a noose.
It happened near Lake Monroe, just outside of Bloomington on the 4th of July. Much of the assault was captured on cell phone video by witnesses.
No one invaded you, stupid liberal.
Booker says the assault came after some of the men allegedly made statements about white power. He says he decided to start a conversation with them in an effort to keep the peace. But he says within about 3 minutes, things got out of control.
I'm going to take this energy and take this moment to make sure that there's change that comes from this.
Please let him go. Please let him go.
Booker's friend, Ian Watkins, who says he tried to help, claims he was attacked too.
I tried to pull him off, and he punched me in the forehead and knocked me down to the ground a couple times. I felt like I was his only line of defense, so I stepped in I tried to help him as best as I could.
Once Booker was let go, he says there were more racist insults.
Happy about that?
What do you really want to call me?
Do it, you nappy-headed bitch.
Investigators confirmed 2 of the suspects as 38-year-old Jerry Cox and 44-year-old Sean Purdy. Bloomington Mayor John Hamilton.
I saw the videos late Sunday night, and I have to say they turned my stomach.
You think it was a hate crime?
I do. In our country, racism exists. It is real. It's been around for centuries, and it's still here, and we need to address it openly and directly.
We reached out to Cox and Purdy for comment. Cox did not respond, but Purdy responded by sending us a message of a former police officer who's black and gave his account about why he thinks Booker's story is skeptical. Meanwhile, the prosecutor's office will ultimately decide if any charges will be filed. Gail?
Jerika, turn my stomach too. I'm confused as to why there's a question that it's a hate crime. And once again, as disturbing as that video is, I'm very glad there is a video that we can see what has happened.
Yeah, what's so interesting too, Gail, is the man in that video, Booker, said that he would do it all again. You know, he said that a lot of the support he's received is why he says he would have made the same decision to try and talk to these people about alleged comments they made that were racist.
You have to keep reminding myself, it is 2020, people. It is 2020.